Hi, creative folks. John Bishop with Redbug Creatives Network here again for our daily blog. I'm really happy with the way my day 4 of the 100-day project turned out. I had some leftover paint that I was using on another project, and I didn't want to throw it away, so I put some medium with it, some pouring medium, and did a pour on some watercolor paper. And I think it turned out really, really well. I was sure that I messed it up because the paper started to warp and bend, and I thought, oh no, I've messed it up. But once I draped it over a bowl and let it dry, it turned out, I think, remarkably well. And then I started thinking to myself, I don't really do many pours. I've done one other one, and I just kind of did this on a lark because I knew I had something due for the day. And so it was a lucky coincidence. But I'm thinking to myself, I've got 100 days here. I'm only on day 4, and I'm just coming up with projects kind of off the top of my head. And I'm afraid, you know, out of the 4, 2 of them have been kind of crafty. I mean, I've made buttons, for heaven's sake. And I'm doing pours, which I don't particularly care for. So I'm thinking, what is actually the goal of all of this? Should this have more of a pattern, more of a measurable outcome at the end of 100 days? And so part of me rebels against that. I don't want to be so regimented that I lose the inspiration and the spontaneity of this exercise. But at the same time, I mean, what do you have at the end of 100 days? I was talking to a good friend of mine, Lynn Ennis, who is a great painter. You should look her up. She was saying she's done projects like this, and if she did it again, she would do it as part of a book, and that you could do your daily exercise and then journalize about it as well, which I think sounds like a remarkable idea. It's not what I'm going to do, but maybe I would the next time. I think it would have more direction. Because at the end of 100 days, you've got 100 little things. So, I mean, loosely, I plan to take these and see if there's something I can sell in the shop, in the studio. But I'm not really doing this to create inventory for sale. I would hopefully I will be able to, I mean, I could also do the same painting every day for 100 days and just see how much better I get at drawing this and learn a lot of skills in drawing or watercolor or colors or paint or whatever. So I'm really stuck. I'm not unhappy with the process. I'm going to keep going, but I'm just really wondering, you know, am I going to, this is day 4, I'm having a ball, but what's it going to feel like at day 60? Maybe it won't be so interesting after that. So there's a question to throw out into the universe is, you know, how much planning, how much do you give over your art to inspiration and creativity when you need to create to live, when you need to create art to make a living off of? And that's what I generally want to do. So how do you do those things? Where do you draw the line from being just wildly creative and responsive to kind of cranking out product? So there's a question. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Like, share, subscribe, support us on Patreon or coffee.com, and I'll see you real soon.